We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got a little... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Now, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
Ready, set.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw here.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, he obviously read man coverage there, partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burt?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A big play there for Detroit.
Okay, ready?
67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try the left side. Alexander. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Ready, ready. Red, cycle. Set, cut, spike, white.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Come on, set.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Alexander. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Ready.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Yellow, go.
Love looking to throw it.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. That's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Pettis. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Room here to run, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try to middle with Cook. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And the tight end goes in motion left. The tight end in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 31 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right.
Touchdown, Detroit! DJ Chark, 31 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out left to Anderson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll drop to throw.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great play there. 60 yards.
And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be... It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second and 5. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Drill green.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Love.
And he rifles one incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Alexander, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The slot man in motion right.
On 1st down, it's Alexander. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Lions add 6 more to their point total. And they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Takes it at the 7. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but
but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Black Ultra.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready.
It's Love now back near his goal line. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ready.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Love, they go play action now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Lions, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston